Hello, Miami University students and all Oxford community. I'm Ethan Kalb.
And I'm Sydney Pinchouck.
And welcome to our lecture series interview of Savannah Bananas second baseman, Jackson Olson. Welcome to the studio, Jackson.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
Thank you for being here.
Of course.
So, my first question is, when Jesse Cole, the owner of the Savannah Bananas, contacted you about joining the Savannah Bananas, what was your first reaction?
Yeah, so I had actually already, I kind of applied for the Bananas without applying, posted a couple of videos, and it got Jesse's attention. So I was just more thrilled when he reached out, and I was like, all right, this is obviously exactly how I planned it, for him to reach out after I made this video. And I got a message from Yellow Tux Jesse, and I'm like, who? Okay, all right. And he was like, hey, Jackson, what's up? I would love for you to come down to Savannah for a few games. And it actually started out, I wasn't gonna play. I was gonna come down and make content, because I don't even think he knew I was a baseball player. He might have, like a little bit, but he saw me as a content creator. I was making videos at MLB stadiums, and he was like, all right, come down and make some videos. And I'm like, Jesse, I can play. Like, trust me, I can play third base for you guys, and it'll be great. And he's like, all right, well, come down for 6 games. We'll see how you do. And now I'm just a full-time Savannah Banana player for the last 4 years.
What was the adjustment like switching from playing baseball to playing banana ball?
Oh, well, a huge adjustment, just because my whole life I was playing to play Major League Baseball. Mm-hmm. Obviously it was fun for me. I loved it. But it got to a point in high school, which I hope doesn't happen to a lot of high schoolers now, where I was like, if I'm not playing Major League Baseball, then what is this all for? Now, thinking back to it, I'm like, I hope high schoolers out there are realizing that playing a sport means so much more than just succeeding at it. Like the failures, everything included in it. So I think the failures don't matter as much in banana ball, just because, and with the Savannah Bananas, because you're able to make content out of it. You're able to like use self-deprecation and make fun of yourself for making a mistake. I've made tons of mistakes, and I just make videos about it, because no one's perfect, and especially not in banana ball, which is a new frontier, a new sport. But if you fail in baseball, when I would make an error in baseball, I'm like, well, there goes my draft stock. I'm not gonna get drafted. Like that scout from whatever team was here, I know he was, because I saw him wearing the hat and the polo, and he's probably writing in his notebook right now. I'm not kidding, those were actual thoughts going through my head during the middle of the game. While a next pitch was being thrown, I was like, oh, I'm not gonna get drafted now. And now I make a mistake and I'm like, what's Jesse gonna do? Say like, go dance? Like that's kind of what he will do. It's like, no, you made a mistake, now go crush this walk up. And so it's a very, very different frontier, but I'm very thankful for it, so.
Now, when you play with the Bananas and playing banana ball, you know, there's this mix of sports and entertainment as well. You know, how much priority is there to go out there and win every game, and you know, and really do that, or how much priority is towards the entertainment aspect of it?
Yeah, so people always compare us to the Globetrotters, which makes sense. It's we're the baseball version of the Globetrotters. What we are to baseball, they were to basketball, which makes sense to a point, but now we have a full league. And so obviously we still have to make sure that we're maintaining the entertainment, because that's why people come to our games. If they were going to watch baseball, they'd go to a Major League Baseball game, because they have the best players in the world playing. And we have the most entertaining players in the world playing. So it's definitely interesting to think about that, of like, all right, if we were to bring in like Jackie Bradley Jr., he's a first round, I think he was a first round draft pick, and we randomly brought him into the Bananas to be like a full-time player for our new team, the Clowns. And he's coming in like, okay, I'm an all-star, I'm an MLB all-star, and I'm coming in and I have to dance now. I gotta do this. And so obviously the competitiveness is still there, but the guys that come in are realizing now, like, yeah, we have a league, we have 6 teams, we're playing to win, but we have to keep that entertainment first. If we're not keeping the fans first, and in between innings, the way I always explain it is like, people aren't getting up in between innings to go get food or go to the bathroom because they might miss 50 Cent performing. Like that's literally what happens at our games. Or like they might miss the All-American rejects, or maybe this year Benson Boone. Like they have to stay in their seats to watch that. And when I post videos about me hitting home runs or whatever, they don't do as well as me talking about my story and actually entertaining, or me posting a Taylor Swift walk-up. Those get more views than my home runs or trick plays, because people care about that and they're like, ooh, that's different, that's weird. So that's kind of how we're able to keep the entertainment at the forefront.
Jackson, you recently hit 1 million followers on Instagram, and you have even more on your TikTok. And you mentioned having been a content creator prior to playing for the Bananas. Did the large following that you've gained since joining the Bananas come as a surprise to you, or is that something that you anticipated?
I've never even like really thought about the followers. Like I posted a picture that I hit 1 million followers because I actually was super proud of the achievement, and like getting to that point, all the haters and all the negativity that I've gotten over the last couple of years, or now 6 years, and in college, and like posting videos that are getting 100 views. And so it was kind of a culmination of all the hard work, but it doesn't matter. Like I could have 10,000 followers and I'd still be posting exactly what I post now. A lot of people just seem to resonate with it. And I post a lot of videos about my family and coming of age, and I get the most followers from those videos because it's parents that are like, ooh, he's giving advice that I might actually like utilize. And so I have a full playlist on my TikTok. It's called Coming of Age. So if you go to my TikTok, it's like Savannah Bananas, MLB Tour, Coming of Age, and it's all these emotional videos that make people cry that like I'm not intending to make people cry. I'm just telling my story. But for some reason, my story tends to make people really emotional, and I'm able to kind of like tug at those heartstrings a little bit and bring families together and communities together, and like that's kind of my whole goal with this whole thing.
Now you've become known for this phrase "Don't be afraid to be you." Now, can you talk about when you came up with this motto and what does it mean to you specifically?
Yeah, so I came up with this my senior year of college when I first started posting on social media. Obviously, I'd posted like pictures before, like I'd post media day shots from Hartford or like pictures of my friends. But when I started really posting videos and really putting myself out there, I was getting so much hate from online, in the locker room, from other teams. I mean, one of the famous clips, someone telling me to stick to TikTok right before I hit a home run, and it's like pinned on my TikTok account. And he yelled it. He yelled, "Stick to TikTok." It was at Alabama. I was getting heckled the entire game. I played third base at Stetson, and their fans, if you've ever been to Alabama's baseball field, their fans are right on top of you. They're like literally, whatever they say to you, you will hear it, especially if you play third base. And I'm like, oh my gosh. So I ended up just like creating this mantra, like, don't be afraid to be you. And it turned into something that I didn't even like think it would, but like, don't be afraid to be you is so perfect in line with the Bananas. And I've made merchandise with Baseball Lifestyle that literally says, don't be afraid to be you on it. And I see these little kids at games wearing it and like representing it, and parents coming up and being like, you inspired my kid to like be himself. And I'm like, I never meant for it to, yes, I meant for it to inspire, but I more so meant for it to inspire me to keep being myself. And so when you inspire yourself, it just ends up inspiring others. And I think that's what people are missing. You don't have to try to inspire people. You have to inspire yourself, and then people will be like, oh wow, that kid is really inspirational. I'm gonna latch on to what he's saying. I'm gonna listen to what he's saying and maybe use it in my everyday life, so.
On that topic of inspiration, your lecture here at Miami tonight deals with why joy belongs in leadership. So why is leadership so important to you, and what do you think make good qualities in a leader?
I think so. This is really my first job with the Bananas. Like my first job where I actually have a boss, Jesse Cole. Mm-hmm. Like it's his company. I'm an employee of it. I'm an employee of Fans First Entertainment. And when I was doing social media on my own, or Instacart, I was delivering groceries after college, or like I never really had a boss. Like even in college, yeah, my head coach was my boss, but like I had professors, I had advisors. Like now I'm looking at this guy, Jesse, who's our leader, and Emily Cole, who they're part owners. And there's this famous story, I just said it before, but I'll say it again. She basically was out in the outfield. Someone took a picture of Emily Cole, our owner. She's picking weeds out of the outfield grass. We have turf now, thank God. But she realized like that field doesn't look perfect. We have 3,000 fans coming in to watch this Bananas game, and our field isn't perfect. She was out there picking out weeds by herself and picked out, I'm pretty sure, all of them. And the field was pristine. And someone took a picture, I think it was our head coach, Tyler Gillum, took a picture and was like, that's leadership. That's someone literally they talk about like being in the weeds and also like thinking in the clouds. Like Jesse is so like, he's a leader that is always thinking ahead. He's thinking in quarter centuries, not quarters, which he always tells us. And then he's also in the weeds. Like I made a TikTok one time and he was like, oh, let me see that. And he's watching the video and there was trash in the background, like just a trash can. And he's like, redo it. He's like, can you just get the trash can out of there? And like being serious, I thought he was joking about it. And he was like, no, like trust me, like we don't want that looking like that. Or when the stands are half full before a game and not everyone's in there yet, he doesn't want people making videos because it's not showing like, hey, this is like a sold out stadium. So he's always thinking up there, but also down there with us being like, guys, this is how the Bananas works, but also I have faith in you guys to create your own content and like do your own thing, which is really cool.
Jackson, thank you so much for joining us here today.
Of course, thank you for having me.
And thank you for tuning in. Make sure to subscribe to our social medias at RedhawkTV MU, and we will see you next week.